your life will be perfect, right? Everything will work out if you do the bullet point.
Hey y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? You guys, I have not picked up a camera in days. I just been lifing, and yeah, story. You guys don't care. Anyways, so I'm basically opening a vlog. This is gonna be a quick vlog. You probably already saw the 2 bookish events I went to. So Tia Williams and Christina Forrest. The Christina Forrest's book signing or book launch for the Love Lyric, and then it was Tia Williams' paperback book launch for the love songs for Ricky Wilde. I did not get Tia Williams paperback because I already met her last year when the big launch for love songs for Ricky Wilde came out. So I met her at my local bookstore, and got to chat with her. She signed my books, all the books that I own from her. So I was like, I've never met Christina Forrest. I love the Green Sisters series. I read the arc for the Love Lyric, the final book in the series. Or I guess I don't know if it's the final book, but I'm assuming it is because it's the last sister. So I was mostly going for her, but it was nice to see Tia Williams too. I'm talking like I know them, but you know, us readers with our authors, like you feel like you know them because you're reading their work. But anyways, it was the best time. It was by the time I showed up, because I took the train, the subway, and I'm not the best at the subway, and I've been living here for 7 years, y'all. So I just didn't time my arrival right. So I was like 10 minutes late, I think. So by the time I got there, it was just standing room only. All the seats were taken. So that was the only annoying part. But it wasn't their fault. That's a good sign that they have big audiences. So yeah, so it was so fun. I should show y'all up close. So I got a real physical copy, and she gave this card with it, super cute, and then she signed it. So yeah, so that was super fun. The next day, I went to let me put this right here. The next day I went to it's called Books and Bouquets. So I've shown y'all Bookhaven Books. I go to her. She does she's basically a pop-up bookstore around my area. So she does a lot of pop-up events. She does book fairs and things like that. So on Saturday it was Books and Bouquets. So she had her pop-up bookstore set up, and then another vendor. I'm blanking on the name. I think it's called I Want Houseplants or something like that, or I Love Houseplants. If I remember, I'll put her actual name on the screen. So you got to make your own bouquet of flowers, and then you can buy books basically. And then the ticket came with it was at a cafe at Cozy Cup Library Cafe. And your ticket came with a drink. So I got me a little gingerbread latte. Guess I'm still feeling very holiday. And they still have some holiday drinks, so I'll take it. Anyways, so let me show y'all what I got. I think I probably inserted clips of the bouquet that I made, but the important thing, I love flowers. My husband knows I am a flower girl. And I'm expecting my bouquet of roses for Valentine's Day. Anyways, let me show y'all what I got from Bookhaven Books. So these are 3 books that I've been like searching for. Like, you know when you have books on your radar but you're not actively like on Amazon or something trying to buy it. These are 3 books that have been on my radar for a while. So let's start. So I got Parable of the Talents. Y'all know, if you watched my January wrap up, that I read Parable of the Sower. I did like a little like a low-key buddy read with one of my friends. And actually the friend who went with me, we took all our kids to the Books and Bouquet. So it was nice. It was a really cool hangout. So yeah, so I got Parable of the Talents. This is part 2. Octavia E. Butler is part 2 to Parable of the Sower. So no explanation needed, right? Wait, I can't say it because of spoiler. Never mind. You know, I always forget with y'all when I'm reading a series not to talk about like when I read like the 2nd and 3rd or 4th book. Don't really say much because it's like, wait, it'll be spoiling what happened. But just know you will be seeing me read this soon. I'll probably do some type of reading vlog. I'm thinking I'm gonna get to this in March since what happened in Parable of the Sower is still fresh in my mind. Like, my friend and I, we were still talking about it, and we read it in like early January-ish, mid-January. So yes, so there's this one. And then she has some used books. This one was $5. So this is Love Radio by Ebony Liddell. I know I've told y'all I'm gonna stop reading YA, but I think this is like, wait, Jasmine Guillory says Black Teenage. Okay, but I've heard such good things about it. Okay, and it was $5. Okay. So if I don't like it, I will not complain to y'all. I promise. But it's like, it's $5, okay? And it's a used book. And I'm supporting my local bookstore girly. She works hard. Tara, from Bookhaven Books. She works hard, okay, on these events. So I always have to buy books from her. It was $5. Okay, I know I'm gonna complain. You already know me by now, or if you're new here, I have an issue with YA romances. I am 34 years old, about to be 35, and I know I have aged out of it because they always get on my nerves, but like the characters always get on my nerves because they're teenagers. Like, obviously I'm not the target market, but still, okay, maybe I'll give it to like my little cousin or something. I don't know. I'm gonna read it first to see if it's appropriate, and then I'll give it to my little cousin. Anyways, and next is Magical Realism. I don't know if I told y'all that I've been searching for this book, but I have been searching for this book. It is by Vanessa Angelica Villarreal, or Angelica, because it has an accent over it. Villarreal. You know what's crazy? I know Angelica Villarreal. Like, I used to work with her like years ago. I should ask her if it's her cousin or something. Anyways, this is Magical Realism. It is essays. It says essays on music, memory, fantasy, and borders. And you guys, do you know the reason why I've been looking for this book? Okay, it says it's a brilliant singular essay collection that looks to music, fantasy, and pop culture from Beyonce to Game of Thrones, Selena to The Witcher, to excavate and reimagine what has been disappeared by migration and colonialism. So, yes. I have been looking for this book because it's going to be talking Beyonce in it. And look at the cover. And I just heard it's so good. I've heard it's really, really good. So it's a book of essays. And I've learned with books of essays, I can't try to read it like a novel. So I'm going to take my time with it. I've already started. Like, I started reading like the first I say, oh, I got like 9 pages in. And yeah, I'm just gonna take my time with it, and it's just it sounds like such a beautiful book, and I've heard all good things about it, all good things. I haven't heard anything bad about this, so I'm really excited. Isn't it so pretty? Okay, so that's my haul from the Book Haven Books event. I'm so excited. Let me just lay these right here for a second. Okay, remember when I told y'all whatever in January, I think it was a reading vlog. I don't remember. So I showed y'all that I was wanting to try out both Book of the Month and Aardvark Book Club, the two books, like the 2 popular book subscriptions, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stick with Aardvark. Y'all, when I saw that Good Dirt was gonna be in February's lineup for Book of the Month, I was like, well, I gotta keep it. So I have Good Dirt by Charmaine Wilkinson. And y'all, I'm so excited. Oh, and then they gave me this bookmark. It's so pretty. Is it backwards? Book of the Month. And it says, we're happy to call you friend. I don't know if that's a Valentine's thing, but I don't know. But y'all, this was, if you watch like my the books that, what was it? What is the title of the video? I'll put it up here. I'll put it somewhere right here. It is the video I did talking about the books that I was really excited about for 2025, and Good Dirt was on there. She is the author of Black Cake, which I gave 5 stars. I loved it. I loved it. I think her books are considered historical fiction because she does go between the past and the present. And it's the same thing with Good Dirt as Black Cake. From what I've heard from other people, that she goes from the past to the present, and just like Black Cake is following a family. And it's okay. I'll read a little bit of it. Sometimes the only way forward is to look back. When 10-year-old Abby Freeman heard the gunshot, time stopped. When she saw her brother Baz on the floor, surrounded by shattered pieces of a treasured heirloom, her life felt shattered as well. The crime was never solved. Ever since, the Freemans, one of the only black families in a well-to-do enclave in New England, have dreaded becoming the center of another media frenzy. But when now grown Abby's high-profile romance falls apart, that's exactly what happens. So Abby flees to France only for her past to follow. As she processes the shock, she begins to think about the other loss her family suffered that day, the stoneware jar that had been in their family for generations, brought north by an enslaved ancestor. Soon, Abby realizes that the handcrafted piece held more than just her family's history. It might also be the key to claiming a new future. So it seems like this jar basically is a big driving force in this family. So I'm excited to read this. And I think I'm gonna put it on my March TBR. But I think I'm gonna do, y'all know I barely do TBR videos, but I think I'm gonna do a TBR video, try to hold myself accountable, because I have so many arcs and like gifted books and things like that I need to be reading between February and March. And there's some books I want to read for myself too that I'm gonna include in but yeah, so I'm gonna read this I think in March for our March TBR. I'll let y'all know though. And then I did keep Aardvark also. I kept Aardvark. I already opened it. I already know what it is, but I wanted to keep this box for y'all. I think my husband already threw away the Book of the Month box by the time I was like, oh, let me include it in this video. So it's okay. So for Aardvark, I chose Good Girl by Aria Aber. I'm just gonna say Aber. I'm sorry. Aria girl, if I'm butchering her last name. I know it looks simple, but I'm just like, Aber? Anyways, so this is a literary fiction, and from what I've seen, that it's similar to if you read Other People's Clothes. Do I have it right here? Other People's Clothes. No, I don't have it up here. Okay, it's down there. I'm not reaching for it. So it's similar to this other book called Other People's Clothes. And so what's crazy is Aardvark had heavy hitters this month. But 2 or 3 of them I already own. Either I was gifted one, and the other 2 like I had already bought or something. So from what off the top of my head, I remember it was Junie. By, I have it right here, Junie by Aaron Crosby Eckstein. Penguin sent me it and I already read it and posted my review for them. And then the other one is Death of the Author, and by Nnedi Okorafor, I think is her name. So I already bought it on from my local bookstore on the day it was released. So I was like, well, let me read what the other ones are. And this one sounded so good and it said similar to Other People's Clothes, and I read and loved that book. I read it like 2 or 3 years ago. So here's Good Girl, and this is the bookmark. That's the thing about Aardvark too. I love their bookmarks. I love it, and I think they let us, like the book club members or whatever you want to call it, people who subscribe, the subscribers. There you go, the subscribers. I think they let us design these. I think, yeah. So super cute. Okay, let me read what Good Girl is about. Okay, it says it's an electric debut novel about the daughter of Afghan refugees and her year of self-discovery. And a portrait of the artist as a young woman set in a Berlin that can't escape its history. It says a girl can get in anywhere, even if she can't get out. Wait, that sounds kind of scary. So in Berlin's artistic underground, where techno and drugs fill warehouses, still pockmarked from the wars of the 20th century, 19-year-old Nila at last finds her tribe. Born in Germany to Afghan parents, raised in public housing, graffitied with swastikas, drawn to philosophy, photography, and sex, Nila has spent her adolescence disappointing her family while searching for her voice as a young woman and artist. It says, then in the haze of Berlin's legendary nightlife, Nila meets Marlowe, an American writer whose fading literary celebrity opens her eyes to a life of personal and artistic freedom. But as Nila finds herself pulled further into Marlowe's controlling orbit, ugly, barely submerged racial tensions begin to roil Germany and Nila's family and community. After a year of running from her future, Nila stops to ask herself the most important question: who does she want to be? Wow. And it's blurred by some heavy hitters. So Raven Leilani, she's the author of Luster. So yeah, this is my first time hearing of it. Like when I was choosing my book club, my Aardvark book club book for February. But it sounds so good. It's right up my alley. Y'all know I love my women versus the void, lit fic type of books most times. So I'm excited. But yeah, so those are the books that I have hauled, and yeah, and the books that I got from the book event. This might be the end of the vlog. I think it will be, because there's another vlog I want to start, a reading vlog, and that one is going to be so good. And I also have some sit down videos coming for y'all too, that I have some book recs I need to get off my chest. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching this short little vlog. I hope y'all liked it. I had fun at those events. And I'm looking forward to more bookish events. There's a few coming up, and then there's definitely one in the summer that no, it's not Black Romance Book Fest. I wish I was going to that. Unless they miraculously send me some tickets or open up the tickets again. I was never able to get a ticket, y'all. I tried my hardest. So maybe 2026 I'll be at Black Romance Book Fest. But as of now, as far as I know, I don't have tickets to the 2025 Black Romance Book Festival. And yes, I am very bitter about it and salty. But it's okay. I hope y'all have fun. Whoever gets to go, I hope y'all have fun. No, I'm a hater. But yeah, so no, there's one in June or July in New York. I'll be up here. I'll be home. I'll be in New York. That I will be at. And yes, I'll see y'all in the next vlog or the next video. I'm about to record another one right after this, so I'll see y'all very soon. Bye, y'all.